Okay, so my play is the Melancholy play, Sarah Roll. And I picked this play because I think it says something about, like, I mean, everyday life, but it says it in a very unique and quirky way that is somehow relatable, like, from person to person. Like, it talks about something that no one talks about, is that feeling of melancholia. And it says it in just, it says it so pretty, and it says it like, and it's just very poetic in everything that it does, and from its quirkiness to its really real moments. And I just think it would be cool for us to do something that it doesn't ask you to believe it for a minute. Like, you know, Lorenzo the Unfeeling is from an unspecified European country with an unspecified European accent, and one of the characters turns into an almond, and like it's just it's insanity, but it's also it's beautiful insanity. And I saw it in Texas and Dallas for the first time. That's how I was introduced to it, because I hadn't read it yet. I knew it was in this book, but I hadn't read it yet. And I just fell in love with it from go. It's, I say it's 2 male, 2 female, with Julian the cellist being, like, he could be a male or a female, because in the script, Julian is a male. But I've seen it with a female, and it doesn't bother me at all to change it up. Lorenzo runs away with the cellist at the end, but it doesn't bother me. So I think that there's some flexibility there. I do have a cellist in mind who's female, but we'll see. And it is, let's see, it is not a musical. So it's a small cast. I'm just going through that form. It's a small cast, which is good. The design concept, I relate to, like, the feeling of, like, melancholia to, like, looking outdoors and windows, and, like, not necessarily always a rainy day, but they do talk about rainy days in this play and stuff a lot. So I relate a lot to doors and windows. So I see the set being something pretty flexible, because this play, whatever you have, it can pretty much work with. It's very open. So the budget can be flexible. I have like, the way I've budgeted it out is if we bought probably everything, and it's like $1,000, but I really don't think that we'll need to buy hardly anything.
You wouldn't build any structures?
I don't think we need to. If we did, it'd be like a platform and an operating door. But we have those things, and the rest would be decoration. So, like, we could go and find old doors and windows with shutters and things like that, and, like, maybe put lights on them that make them, you get to provide the atmosphere and things like that. And those things will function in a set. Like, there's these awkward moments where they kind of just speak definitions of melancholia and things like that, and those can be delivered through the frames of the doors and windows. So they serve purposes. The costume, it's contemporary, so props and costumes are all contemporary and pretty easy to acquire. I would also appreciate 4 weeks rehearsal, if possible. I know that the cabaret often got more like 2 weeks or 2.5 weeks, so I wasn't sure, like, how that was. I figured that'd be kind of chiseled out for us, so I wasn't sure how to really figure that out. But I would like 4 weeks if that's possible. Oh, my battery's dying. Is anyone, like, really not familiar with the play? Need me to say anything else about it?
It's been an hour and a half, right?
Yeah, it's pretty short.
Mm-hmm. Kara and Molly did a scene from it, and acting too.
Mm-hmm. Which scene?
She's doing her hair.
Okay. And the hair salon.
Yeah.
Francis.
I love this play.
For my directing class, we did, Tyler was Lorenzo. We did the scene with Frank in the therapist office.
Oh, yeah. That's great.
And everybody falls in love with Tilly. She goes from painfully sad to painfully happy. So you have, like, the actress that plays Tilly will have a ball. Everyone will have a ball. Everyone's so cartoon, but at the same time really real. Like, it's so cool.
It's a lot like Dead Man's Cell Phone. A little similar style.
Mm-hmm. And it's very artsy and poetic.
Or The Clean House, or
another Sarah Girl play.
Yeah, it's true.
How would you get people to see the show?
Better plays a little different.
Because I know any theater person would say, "Oh, Sarah will be to see." But what about people who may be not familiar or may know the name but are unsure of wanting to see a play called The Melancholy Play?
It's great question.
Okay. Let's see. I think I would for sure advertise the humor of it.
I mean, it is important to note that each director would have access to the theater department's publicity crew.
Oh,
I
absolutely,
mean,
yeah.
they get full promotional
Mhm.
support.
That is a great question. I'd have to put more thought into it. I mean, we could have the standalone publicity board and all that kind of stuff just to get the word out, but I think that there are some English classes that would take interest in it. We had a drama class that focused on Sarah Rule one semester. I remember because I wanted to take it, but I couldn't take it. So I feel like English department would be a good one to get to for both poetry, playwriting, and just the drama classes in general.
Yeah.
And I think
Probably even women's studies would be
women's studies
your
would be
second
good.
Sarah Rule.
place to go, yeah.
Even like getting some of the organizations like NUN and stuff, because there's some subtle like references to like, because when Julian's a male, Lorenzo runs off with Julian, and Francis and Joan are a couple, but Francis falls in love with Tilly, and so there's like these subtle things like it doesn't matter who you fall in love with kind of message.
Mm-hmm.
People are just people. And so I think that getting to those organizations that have those messages would be a good idea. Potentially even psychology department, psychology department.
Okay.
Because it's a way of expressing this thing that everybody struggles with.
Mm-hmm.
Can you walk us through your
Art departments too.
design elements, what you've got in the mindset of lights, set, props, etc., sound?
I feel like my lighting designer will probably decide more, but I want a mood of. She has all these like really dramatic like film noir like silver screen moments like thoughts, and she talks about things and like the old lady with milk and stuff that she references in the street in the rain. So I feel like the lighting would be kind of dim and moody but whimsical, like not to where it's like colorless and drab or anything.
Exactly what Roscoe Gels would you be?
Yeah, that's not the thing I know.
We need the actual code for
That's-
the numbers.
that's
Yeah,
what
we
you
need to
get
see
on
a
with this
code
for.
Taylor. Miss Steward.
I hope you have your swatches.
I'll go pick them out right now. Yeah. But I do think that there's room towards the end with her obnoxious happiness for some like perkier, brighter lighting that's just like what just happened, complete transformation.
Cool.
But generally a whimsical mood. I want like twinkle lights and
Twinkle lights.
like Christmas lights. Is what I mean.
Yeah.
Some people are like twinkle lights. What is
Fiber
that?
I'll
optics.
put that down.
We can-
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, and when someone turns into an almond, it's not like an almond costume or anything.
It's like
In case anyone's confused, it's literally an almond in her hand.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just holding it down.
And the transformation, when I saw it done, they did lights out, lights up.
Okay.
I think it's something we could do.
A flashbang goes off. The
Yeah.
audience is temporarily blinded and then they look
And
up.
because the play is
Right.
so cartoony, like it doesn't take you out. It's not like an awkward moment.
Right.
Because the play is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Costumes are contemporary.
Mm-hmm.
Sound is just live cellist. Okay.
That would actually be pretty cool to incorporate another of the arts.
Right. We'd have the music department in there.
Yeah.
I feel like the art department would get a kick out of it too.
Mm-hmm.
Because of all the imagery.
Definitely.
Definitely would.
So it would be a good collaboration with the arts.
Okay. And you've had this background music playing the whole time too.
I
for
have,
your
yeah.
musical suggestion.
It's
Ta-da!
additional sound design.
She paid them
Piano.
before coming in here. All right. Are you? Any
We
more
have
questions for
what?
Taylor?
Got nothing. We've got 5 minutes.
I mean,
of
I have
graphics
talked to people about this play, and like everyone I've talked, like anyone that knows this play is like seems to be like pretty passionate about it. I know Lou was talking about how pretty he thought it was, and Clean House he referenced to, and Mark was like, oh yeah, I've seen pictures of designing that show, and I just thought it was so cool. So I think that it's something that once it's dug into, people really like to do and really want to do.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. Thank you.
What program are you using?
Oh my God. Let me introduce